Hello, friends. Welcome to this channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. This podcast channel was started about 3 months back and focuses mainly on to emerging technologies, digital transformation, and Pharma 4. We have a concept of Center of Excellence Pharma 4, which was established by Dr. Jayan Joshi about 5 years back with a focus on discussing about cutting edge initiative technologies to revolutionize the pharma industry and implement the principles of Industry 4 to achieve operational and business excellence. You will find more details onto our website. We also have a YouTube channel which has got more than 300 videos about these various emerging technologies and starting from business strategies, implementation plan, implementation challenges, change management, going up to the audits and validation. We have a platform, Udemy, where smart manufacturing in pharma is discussed, which has got about 20 modules. Starting from various modules, you can pick and choose. If you like it, then you can go to the next courses. We have a projects also defined into that and going up to the question answers. We have also written some books onto Pharma for Digital Transformation Blueprint, strategies for mid-sized pharma companies, and ROI on Pharma 4. This particular podcast channel has got about 36 episodes, and we are trying to cover up the latest technologies, challenges, what is really happening into the global market. Do subscribe this social networks, share with your network, colleagues and contacts, and feel free to write to us about your suggestion and comments. So let's look at into the details. My agenda today is starts with an introduction, and then I'm going to discuss about effective supplier relationship management, about strategic sourcing and benefits of such relationship management, technology integration for real-time visibility into digital supply chain management, automation and artificial intelligence, logistic analytics, patient-centric supply chain design, centralized logistic and outsourcing strategies, some of the key considerations, challenges and opportunities, and finally a conclusion. The introduction is that we are really looking to enhance the cost efficiency and patient centricity into this entire pharma digital supply chain. So there are some 4 ways where pharma supply chain can find out and develop a cost efficiency and patient centricity. So these are the areas are going to be discussed here. The first and most important thing is effective supplier relationship management. What really we are expecting over here is a strategic sourcing. As pharma companies are having a long-term relationship with the suppliers because they have to go through the rigid process of getting registered with a company and assure quality of the materials, in time of the materials, rates of the materials supply. So these are some of the considerations are there. So negotiating the better price is important. Improving continuous quality is very important. Ensuring reliable delivery schedules, because as you know, we have to pass through a complete sales and operation planning. We need to have a integrated business planning to support to the demand requirement, demand planning, which is very important because patients are depending upon your products, your materials, your drugs, your quality of the product. And this requires a continuous improvement, monitoring, and uses a competitive bidding process, from the industry point of view, because your products are going to be into the market along with the competition, and you have to remain into that competition. So this encourages suppliers to compete based on to the price, quality, and service. So your supplier relationship management has to take into consideration all these factors, and your system should be so much perfect that it will assure the company to get those materials at the right price, at right time, at right quality. So benefits of supplier relationship management is cost saving, improved product quality, and enhance supply chain reliability. So companies are looking for more strategic sourcing. Actually, as I was mentioning it, we have to really look for a long-term relationship and a strategic planning. No, what are this? So we have to have a establish strong relationship with the suppliers. So we have to discuss, negotiate with the pricing, improving the quality, ensuring the reliability of the suppliers or okay. And competitive bidding process has to be there, which encourages suppliers also to have a price and a long-term relationship for the quantities to be supplied with a staggered delivery and all that. So benefits to the company is the cost saving, reducing procurement costs, optimizing supplier contracts, improved product quality because you are getting a good quality from the materials. So you can offer that to your patients and customers at a good quality. You have to ensure that high standards reduces the defects and enhances the supply chain reliability, that there won't be any disruption. Your material flow will be seamless without any disruption, and you will be able to produce those products with minimum disruptions and improve the delivery times. Now you have to really look forward for the technology integration from the real-time visibility point of view. So what really we have to think is about the automation and where artificial intelligence can contribute it. So this reduces the labor costs, improves accuracy about the product, quality standards, quantity, everything actually, and provides insights into supply chain operation. As I was mentioning is that supply chain, manufacturing execution systems, and getting integrated to the warehouse and logistics and all. Everything needs to get integrated, and this is where the processes and automation with the data using artificial intelligence can help in that integration will have better informed decision making because the data is available. Algorithms can be developed to analyze the data, share the data, which can lead to data driven decision making. And finally, that leads to cost reduction. So it can facilitate into that. The next step is when we are talking about the patient centricity and all is the logistic analytics era. So we have to optimize those resources which have been allocated to movement of the drug or products from warehouse locations to the maybe depot distributors, and finally reaches to the customers and all. So optimizing all those resources, your vehicle movement, your routes, your uh, transportation. Maybe in some cases you may require a cold chain vehicles also. So these are all have to be optimized and all, and then that automation will improve the asset utilizations also. So ensuring that efficient use of these resources is required, and then that will reduce the distribution cost. The automation and artificial intelligence is also will help in reduction in the labor costs. So automation minimizes the need of the manual labor actually. So when we are looking at it from the movement of the shop floor about the manufacturing drugs or the product, then going to the warehouse and storage and all that, or when it has to be loaded for the distribution or transportation also. These are all have to be optimized actually, storage, handling and all that. So artificial intelligence can really guide you, can tell you the movement of these goods and products, and also will optimize the workforce allocations into this particular thing also. And this improvement will come into building up accuracy. Accuracy of the stock positions is very important. Maybe in some cases you will have to have specific deliveries considering the product and a batch or the product manufactured for a specific hospital or a particular customer or specific geography or a specific country for the exports or something. All those needs a good accurate data and all that. And this automation can help you to show you onto your computer, onto your screen, along with the using of the artificial intelligence and integration with all those customers' requirement or sales orders data, and reduces the human errors and all. This is a big, big benefit and can help you in accurate and timely deliveries to the patients. And then that enhances the decision making. As I mentioned earlier, also data-driven decision making is a key area which improves your accuracy of the uh, movement of the products, batches, and all the thing. And this provides a valuable insight into the supply chain operations and all. And data-driven decisions will also lead to a cost reduction. Then comes the logistic analysis. Actually, we have to optimize those resources which are used in logistics. When I say logistics, it's, as I mentioned, you have to move from your drug or products from warehouse to maybe depot or stockist locations, and then retailers, and then finally going to the customers. All this sub chain about this movement of the product needs to be there. We have to have a efficient use of resources, not just a manpower, but a transportation, vehicles, and all. And then that optimization, the full workload or the minimum good planning and all that will help you in reducing the cost and all that. So enhancing the supply chain visibility can also help in improving the tracking and monitoring, and will help in facilitating the better decision making. Then this links to the patient-centric supply chain designing. So when we are looking and thinking about the doing of the supply chain designing, some of those factors which we have to think about it or consider is that we have to think about the continuous patient's feedback and then the research. We have to understand the patient's needs, and then you have to do a survey, what patients are expecting it, how we can give them a better satisfaction. Again, that it is a right product, right quantity, right time, right price. These are some of the factors which patients are expecting it and all that. So, which are those factors which are basically covered up, or where there is some lacuna are there on the patient's point of view? So, you have to utilize all those data for that analysis, and we can probably develop focus groups into particular cities or areas or for a particular specific drug or a product and all that. And you have to map those journeys and consider those pain points from the customer's point of view and improve your supply chain design accordingly. Then the real-time demand insights actually, the leveraging technology for a real-time demand is also required now, so that customer is depending upon your product delivery. So he needs to get assurance so that he is not interested to keep stock with him and all that, and he can manage with that all information should be available to him on the right time also. So informing supply chain planning about the timely deliveries and will optimize his inventory level also as well as to your inventory levels also. That leads to patient satisfaction and improves your supply chain efficiency, and that will support a better health outcome and all. So centralized logistic network and outsourcing strategies have to be worked it out and all, which is an important functionalities into this entire process. And these challenges are there. So centralized logistic network can minimize the transportation time, improve the replenishment rates, and contribute to lean and optimized supply chain. Strategic plans have to be worked it out as we have seen on to supplier side. We have to also think about similar plans or to from the distribution logistic point of view also. So logistic provider also have to be identified and you get to build a long-term relationship with them also. So outsourcing such non-core activities, you can really build a comfortable network and all and focus on to your core competencies of manufacturing the products and the drugs at a good quality at good rates actually. And this will lead to the benefits of reducing logistic costs, enhancing the supply chain resiliency, and improve the operational efficiency. Some of the other key considerations which you have to think about is the data quality management. See, as we are discussing about data-driven decision making, you have to have a full confidence that the data which is there or on which basis you are going to take your decision needs to be accurate, correct in a real-time availability. And all. So ensuring high-quality data for accurate insight is a basic requirement and all, which will facilitate the decision making and all. Another challenge is about technology integration. We are discussing about various processes and data sharing or the data generation at a various process stages needs to get integrated and all. And this may be available at various different technologies, but you have to integrate that artificial intelligence and IoT and everything into a seamless manner so that data is available across the complete supply chain. And that analyzing this some such complex sets is very important and very challenging. And the regulatory framework also needs to get supported. So you have to maintain the compliances documentation also. And this considerations leads to challenges like challenges are there in pharmaceutical. It's another human nature. Is the managing the cultural relationship also a big challenge. Ensuring regulatory compliance is a challenge, and integrating these technologies with the existing systems. See, many a times you have already some systems running. They could be a old system, analog based, silos based, and all that. So you have to go on integrating those into a phased manner with a digital technology and all. And then this has got an opportunity that this will accelerate the innovation, will improve the efficiency, enhance the patient's outcome and satisfaction, and will lead to business success and all that. So finally, coming to a conclusion in a short is that you will enhance this cost efficiency by implementing this cost saving measures, starting from the supply relationship process, and finally the distribution and logistics and all that. With will optimize the resource allocation, and that will lead to patient satisfaction, timely delivery about the again right product, right time, right quality will build more comfort with the patients and all, and will provide an excellent service to the patient. This also will support the standards of quality and compliances and the regulatory requirements and all. So I'm very sure that a lot of these points are discussed more into the details into our various videos into onto the YouTube. And if you are interested to do a detailing course, it's available on Udemy also. Some of those topics are discussed into the books also. So once you look at into all these, I'm quite sure, no, you can subscribe them, and those will be very useful for building up your expertise, and then that will lead to take on up better data-driven decision making. Will help a company and individually you also to enhance your skills, which will lead to operational and business excellence and all. Feel free to contact us, share your thoughts. We are available on to number of social platforms. Thank you. Bye.